On June 21, 1978, 22-year-old Carla Brown was found brutally murdered in the basement of her home. It looked as if the killer had committed the perfect crime. And police could find very little evidence. But years later, investigators noticed something on a crime scene photograph that had previously been overlooked. The killer had left behind a clue. "22-year-old Carla Brown and her fiancé, a man we'll call Mark Hart, had recently purchased a home together in Wood River, Illinois. Although the couple had a rocky past, friends and family saw this as the beginning of a new phase in their relationship.
Carla Brown was a beautiful little girl, grew up into a beautiful young woman, was very popular in her hometown in the Wood River area, had taken some college classes, had been a high school cheerleader, was one of those girls that everybody knew. Girls liked her, guys liked her. She was just one of those people that was special, and everybody recognized that.
On June 21st, Carla Brown took the day off from work to unpack.
Yes, the house is great.
And spoke to one of her friends on the telephone.
Maybe we can have you over for dinner.
They had talked for a few minutes. In fact, we were even talking about getting together later on that afternoon.
Wait a second, I just heard something at the door.
And Carla interrupted the conversation and said, "Listen, I'll have to call you back. I'll see you later. There's somebody at the door." And that was the last that her friend ever talked to her.
Around 5:30 that afternoon, Carla's fiancé and his friends stopped by the house after work. When they walked into the basement, they saw a horrible sight. Carla was lying face down in a bucket of water.
She had her hands tied behind her. There was evidence of struggle, a death struggle in the basement, and a very strong suggestion of a sexual rape.
But investigators were confused about some of the things they saw. There were two men's socks tied around Carla's neck. They were tied neatly, inconsistent with what you would expect to see in a life and death struggle. The white electrical cord used to tie the victim's hands was not tight